Hey there, I'm Ryan from We're Actually Good, and today I'm going to give my opinion on the Overwatch open beta and a bit of the closed one. So I'm going to be talking about the characters, the map balance, what I think of the game, and at the end of the video I'll give my opinion on whether you should buy it or not, and whether I'm going to buy it. To start off, I'll say that I don't, for these recommendation, whether you should buy type videos, it's a bit of a series I don't usually talk about the maps and the balance, but for Overwatch it's a bit of an exception because most people have already made up their mind about Overwatch. It's pretty close to release and all that. So it's probably more important and relevant to a lot of people watching this about the characters and the balancing and the maps and what I think of all these things. So I'll give my recommendation at the end, but that's the most topics I'll be talking about. Alright, let's get into it. I'll start with characters, because that's probably the only thing you care about, along with maps. So, the characters, they're all pretty varied. You got your assault classes, you got your defense, your tanks, and your supports, and you got all these different races, a lot of different races. Yeah, they're pretty cool, all varied, but the only problem I have with some of those characters is I only like 3/4 of them, which it sounds like a lot, but when you've played a lot of them and you want to play more, like all these characters, you're like, oh, I really don't want to play that one. Because, for example, there's one, it's Symmetra, and you all know who that she is, probably this Indian, probably questionable lady who puts down turrets and has a beam gun. It's like the least worked on character in the game, I'm guessing. But all that aside, she's really boring. Everyone thinks she's really boring. And all of her heroic intros for doing a thing, which you'll never get anyway because you're playing Symmetra, is so boring. Okay, I'll try Symmetra. The Pakistani person.
Symmetry.
They couldn't make her interesting, not even in her character movie things. All that aside, all the characters are cool, a little bit unbalanced. Bastion. Soldier 76, auto aim, needs a bit of working. Those two, nerf them to the ground, or to evenness, and we'll be good. The characters are really cool. I love McCree. I love Zenyatta. Bastion's cancer, 76 is cheap, Reaper's easy, Symmetra's gay, and I just summed up everything I hate getting killed by. And don't think I forgot about 5-man Torbjorns.
What you just experienced, Ryan, was fucking AIDS. Look! Look!
Oh, I wonder why.
I wonder why. Show me some fucking current action. Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Molten core. Shroom. Sorry, Bastion. Wow, what a clip.
1K. Everyone like
Soldier 76.
everyone like
Oh yeah? Oh, you're so cool, fucking Torjorn. 39 eliminations! 35 kills!
Onto the maps. The maps in Overwatch are all really cool. They're all nice places, and they've got all this cool stuff, and it's all nice to be in. Cool, nice, I've said that a lot, but I do have a big complaint about the maps. I think it's only 2 maps, but it could be with a few more if we see in the future. But the maps I'm talking about, there's one which is Temple of Anubis, and another one's a Russian map. I forget what it's called, but the problem with the map is there's one lane to get into the first objective. That's the problem. The only problem, but that makes it massively hard to get in the zone and cap it. Even when you get past the one lane where everyone's spamming all their stuff and Bastion, you got to get the zone, and by that time you've barely taken anyone out. They've all respawned and got back there. It makes the game really hard, and it's hard to get to the rest, but it's definitely not as bad as some other games like PvZ had before they patched everything. But other than that, I've got no complaints about the maps. I mean, I was looking at the background for one map and it was crazy. It was so awesome. I mean, look at that. Giant robots in a background. That is amazing. No complaints about the maps. My favorite map has to be the Greek one. That is amazing. No complaints there. All the maps are balanced except for those two maps. Overwatch has done game modes in a really new and different way. It's quite cool because they've got, I don't know how many maps, but they've got a lot of maps, and each map has its own specific game mode that they've done for that map. So let's say, for example, you've got the London map. First you have to cap an objective, then move a payload. So it's kind of a combination of two game modes. And for the map, the Greek one, Ilios, there's 3 map rounds where all 3 maps are different, and if you cap the zone in the middle, you gotta hold the enemy team off while you accumulate a percentage, and when you get to 100 then you win the round, and it goes on to the next map dedicated to that game mode for, you know, the certain country that it's in. As far as balance goes, the maps are the problems. It's not the attacking or defending. They've got that all sussed out. They've had 50 betas to suss that out, but it's the maps. They just gotta make more openings somehow. I'm not sure how hard that's gonna be to make though, before the game comes out. But that's my only complaint about the game modes and the maps and the way they merge together. So for my final verdict, whether you should buy or not, I'm giving it a yes out of 10. And one of these, you got your easy character fixes, you got a bit harder probably of a map balance, no game mode problems. For the most part, your beta has been a success. Well, your 500 betas. Anyway, that's it guys, I'll see you next time. Also, defense spawn camping. What the hell?